I'm confident everybody's very anxious to know how that water pump turned out on this Series 60. Well, I'm happy to say it's installed. It's not leaking. Neither are any of the hoses that I replaced and reinstalled again. Thermostats have been replaced. They opened up operational just fine. And everything else works really, really well. In fact, it works so well that I took some thermal imaging of the whole thing so that I could prove that the water pump was pumping, the radiator was cooling, and the engine came up to temperature and the thermostats opened up. Hope that helps everybody out. Not a difficult job, just a little bit time consuming, especially if you're not a good diesel technician, which I'm not. All right, so I got the engine up to temperature. If you look over to the right, that's where the big DC generator is. The timing cover isn't going to be true engine temperature, but the lower radiator hose right here, you can see we're at a pretty decent temperature. And as it goes to the top, we'll follow that up to the reservoir tank. So we are pumping coolant up into there. You can see that coolant line is hot going to it. Here's the upper radiator hose, sitting about 100 degrees. That seems pretty low. There's the thermostat body. And then what I'm going to do is walk around to the other side through the other engine access door. So we'll be able to see the actual block here. And you can see it's right up to temperature, about 180 degrees, which is the normal operating temperature on the Detroit diesel. So the thermostats and the water pump were a very doable job, even if it was on the side of the road. Especially because this doesn't have a rear radiator on it. That's another reason why you want to get a side discharge radiator on a motorhome. Now I have a fuel pump to do on a generator, because you shouldn't have two fuel pumps on a generator.